Welcome to the Angry Coach Hour. We have some volunteers. They didn't even pay for this, we'll call it a privilege, but they volunteered. So is that better or worse than paying money for the criticism? I'd say worse. I'd definitely argue worse. But we got several Protoss. We're going to be starting out with Emperor, who is a Platinum Protoss. Leagues, of course, a basic... Leagues matter, but not nearly as much as you'd think. Unless you think they don't matter, in which case they matter a little more than that. So I've covered all my bases. We'll see if he covers his. Okay. Protoss versus Zerg. Already walling up. One of the biggest issues I see, especially below Diamond, is like, it's too hard to move my screen, so I'll just wall up on the high ground and then I'll expand later because I have no plan. So we've already gotten past that. That's good. We're slowly moving away from the high bronze, low plat strat. I'm gesturing a lot today. Don't judge. That's excessive. Now, scouting is good. Building probes good. Doing both, incredible. We're not there yet. There you go. Yeah, looking for the pool. Yeah, I see. You're looking for the pool. But are you allowed to build probes while you're looking for the pool? Or, like... I'm sorry. How many actions are you allowed to do per each turn? That's the real question. Stop drop hacking him. Okay. So the build. The build. I've said it every single time since Legacy of the Void came out, essentially. But I'll say it again. A gate expand build. In any matchup, even when you're walling off at the front, you got 14 pylons. Probes fill in the rest. Probes fill in the rest. We'll even write it down. 14 pylons, 16 gate. And then Chrono... This is going to get complicated. Chrono probes. CR. And then this is a probe. Chrono probes. And then 17 assimilator. And then 20 nexus. 20 nexus. And then I've run out of space. I did not plan ahead. Mistakes were made. 21 gas 2. And then 22 pylon. Oh wait, I missed the cyber core. Alright, this is already a disaster. So that's step 1. And then you got the nexus. But also at the same time, 20 cyber core. Nope, that could be confusing. Cyber. I really did not plan that. I did not manage. Shut up. 21 assimilator times 2. 22 pylon. This is getting complicated. You got it. Everybody got it. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is build your nexus on 20, not 17. That was a artistic way to say that. Because now you have 2 less probes than you could have. You're just not building the probe. What is that? Well, I don't know what that probe was doing. Why'd you build a zealot? You said, I saw it in the chat. You said you were scouting for a spawning pool. You didn't see one. The only scenario in which you need to build a zealot is if he's gonna have lings trying to get in your base. You said you were looking for a spawning pool. He did not have a spawning pool. What did that information do for you? Fucking nothing. Apparently. We got the 3 probe musketeers coming down. Everybody knows you need a nice support group. The probe's got its posse to build the robo. They work as a team, okay? You know, one of my favorite upgrades that I think we're going to be going for early is, of course, Observer Speed, but right after that, I think we should go for Warp Gate. What do you think? Observer Speed, so that way you can see, oh, he has units, yes. Oh, I don't have Warp Gate, and then you get Warp Gate. That's the usual way to do it. Just in case, I'm trying, like, since this is supposed to be structured, I'm going to make it clear, because some people, I can understand if you're, like, watching a video or even the stream, you're like, wait, is he being sarcastic? That is completely sarcastic. There is literally no reason not to get Warp Gate. It is a massive mistake. Every second he's not getting Warp Gate, he should be ashamed. That's what I'm trying to say. Just making that clear. Moving on. There you go. Unless he's Florencio, which he's obviously not. He built his Nexus at his natural. It's in Florencio is good. This is just mediocre. Or Roddy. Florencio and Roddy. Florencio is a sewer mermaid, whereas Roddy is like... the way Roddy plays Protoss is like the nuclear physicist who can't tie his own shoes, okay? He's high-level, big-brain plays, but some of the basics are like... beneath him, alright? And then you go down far enough, you find Florencio. Alright. And now this, do you think Roddy wears shoes with laces? We gotta do some research, guys. I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked, but we gotta do some research. I want to see what... We're gonna go to Roddy's Twitter. I need to know now. This is not important in any way, but, he strikes me as a person with shoes without laces. They just fit so well that they don't have... Like, you don't even need the laces. Okay, this is relevant to my conversation. This is very important for the build order. All right. Did you know that Roddy has more followers than the city that he's named after, that he grew up in? Fun fact. Let's find. Okay. Okay. Yep. This is not... we're getting... I'm not even reading, so it's more fun that way. I'm not even sure Roddy has legs. So that's this is not solving my problems here. This is fun, but this is not... This is definitely... 9 years... does he have shoes? I'm never gonna find it. Alright, if you guys have hashtag Roddy shoes, I'm gonna need an update. Moving on. So, yeah, he's like medium height as far as Dutch trees go. In Freedom units, he's the average height of like 6'3". So, but in the Netherlands, they don't. Did you know they just kick you out of the Netherlands if you're under 6 feet tall? That's a fun fact. Semi-true if you go back far enough in certain ways. Very misleading. Moving on. How else are you going to raid Vikings and... What was this build again? Oh yeah, eventually Immortals and Charizards. Eventually. I mean, overall, while the build order was a bit of a mess, now we've landed. We got a robo, we got some gates. We didn't get a forge for no reason. We actually got a forge at a reasonable timing. now that we calm down from the early clusterfuck here, I don't mind it that much. I like the appropriately spaced pylons. We got Roddy shoes. Every Roddy has those are just fake laces, okay? Do we have an update? Ah, wait, are those his shoes? Enhance. No, come back. Okay. There you go. How stylish. That business casual look, as always. Stop stealing the show, Roddy. We have spent too much time talking about Roddy and not enough time talking about Charizard Immortal. Okay, so you got the changeling. You may have missed the Nidus Worm in your base, though. Uh-oh. And this is when supply blocks really don't help. Did you recall? Apparently not. You know, this is actually not a great Nidus. I feel like you're just gonna crush it, right? He's like, oh fuck. Protoss units. Okay, you didn't kill the Nidus. No. Okay, if your lazy ass units could come down the ramp, these lings would already be dead. Let's do it. You can do it. Okay. I like the control groups we're using here. We've got Nexi and fuck it. Oh, I mean F2. I'm sorry. Which is very efficient for defending two different locations. Do you still want another? I do. Trash can. Though I've spent too much time here. If you want to pay, you can skip the queue. Get the fast pass. Okay. Alright, so about Immortal Archon Charizard, a key point of that is having Archons, which you do not. But wait, we gotta get in the platinum brain of a player who has an idea of what he's supposed to do, but was panicking and has no control over his army. The Templar Archive starts right now. 3 seconds. 1, 2. Oh, disappointed. And also, no, oh fuck, I thought we were gonna go back on track. We're just going further off the rails. It's like, no, just build a fuck ton of cannons around the base, because there's no way I can ever control 2 armies. Like, oh, I had hope. But this is not giving me hope. This is making my brain hurt. What if he, like, Nidus is back here? What I think is going to happen is there's going to be a Nidus and the cannons are going to kill it. And that's going to reinforce the idea that this was a good move. Oh my god. Come on. Stare at the... At what point are we going to be like, oh yeah, Templar! Panic! Where is it? Where did it go? See? I told you. Call it. What? Where are you going? It's like, oh, the night is actually finished. The cannon doesn't kill. Oh, you're gonna look back, be like, I don't even think you didn't even see it. It just, the cannon did it. If only there was some sort of tanky unit you could build that would do splash damage to help cut through all these. Wouldn't that be incredibly helpful?
I return to serve.
Come on. If you don't get it now, you're full platinum. Now is the time. No! Stalkers here are just like, I lost the ability to do any critical thinking, possibly before the game started. That's what that's telling me. I like how the lings came from the back. They're like, oh shit. I return to serve. I swear. Every time I say this, but starting at 50, like, every minute, if Protoss players got Archons a minute quicker everywhere up through Diamond League, and they almost certainly could, Protoss win rates would go up 20% across the board. Across the damn board. If Protoss players got Archons just a minute quicker than whenever the fuck... It doesn't matter what time in the game they get them. If they eventually get them, if they got them 1 minute quicker, could have gotten them literally 5 minutes quicker here, but 1 minute quicker, 20% higher win rate across the damn board. You just gotta pull up the fucking Prima strategy guide. Rest in peace, by the way. They went out of business, but I didn't. So, and figure out, oh yeah, what else could I build? So yes, that would put it at 110%, which is impressive. Like, because the problem is the amnesia, the only time it's like there's your fucking dedicated wham is so engrossed by what's happening right now. It's gonna take each of these units, and the situation has filled up your RAM capacity. You're almost at like 64 megs right now. And it takes all the units dying before you can be like, Archons. I got it. Unless you just win because Immortals are that good. Maybe if you just have a fucking dance party with the Immortals over here and they can dodge all the shots, maybe they'll just keep going over their shoulder like this is Apex fucking Legends. That'll solve your problems. Maybe if you just... If I go to the left, I go to the right, I can get out of the way. What the fuck are you accomplishing by... It's like, oh, dodge the mutas. Okay. It's like, oh. Yeah, look at... You have done nothing. You actually retargeted off a roach that was going to die. I'm here in the shadows. Yeah, because his Immortals are dumb. I was doing an Immortal impression. Immortals are very loud and dumb. Like me. If you get me in trouble, I'm banning you. I'm in trouble. Like... She's not impressed. Neither am I. And she's gone. Stop with your Immortals. You're getting me in trouble. I can't do... She's actually trying to sleep at a reasonable time. The one fucking time ever. And I'm mocking your Immortals because they can dance if they want to. They can leave their friends behind. Because if your Immortals can dance, and if they can dance, then you'll never remember that Archons exist and lose the fucking game, right? Like, literally, 1 minute earlier on Archons. That's all you need. Like, let's look at the armies. Let's look at it. His army. He has 2 mutas, 37 lings, and 4 roaches. What if you had 1,100 gas of Archons? It's 300 gas. If you had 4 Archons right now, The 4 Archons might win on their own. You have +3 attack. The 4 Archons could potentially take this army by themselves. Like... But no. No. I'm not 100% confident in that. If it was 5, I'd be like, yep, the Archons got it. But 4 is dicey. With no other units, by the way. This entire game, well, not this entire game, but literally, if you had just made Archons at any point, we would not still be here looking at this dumpster fire. Yeah, we're gonna go back after the game. We gotta test it. But you're still gonna win because Protoss, right? I believe him. Okay. Alright, let's take a look. Where was I referencing? We're not counting the queens. We're just gonna count open field. We're not gonna count the queens because the queens are imba. So right here. What do you get? 37 lings, 2 mutas, and 4 roaches with 2-1 upgrades and +1 attack. 2 mutas, 37 lings, 4 roaches. Let's give it a look. You didn't make a single goddamn Archon, so you're making your life hard. If you just make Archons, you're diamond. But right now, since you didn't, I'm giving you a B-. Because you built a bunch of units. You focus mostly on macro, but... we are gonna test it. You know what? No, I'm revising it. It's a C+, because you got me in trouble. Okay, I'm letting my personal life affect my grading. You got me in trouble with silver. Alright. You had +2 armor, which is essentially nothing. But let's do 1, 2 mutas, 4 roaches, right? And 37 zerglings. And there was zergling speed. There was +1, and then +2 on the roaches and +1 characters. Alright. I think I made my point. And you might be like, well, Winter, you were microing them. Need I bring up the damn Immortals? That's the one thing I think he can do, is useless stutter step. Except they'd actually be useful in that case. So we're just gonna assume he does. Let's move on to the second replay. Try a move. No. We're gonna give him the credit of having a small amount of brain. Plus, microing is the point of the game. Nope, inaccurate, wrong. But that's what all he does. And he's not gonna get out of that habit anytime soon. We're moving on. We got Lasercat, who's also a Platinum Protoss against Zerg. Let us compare. My game is a cheese, so I'm so tired I didn't think. Is that okay? No, you're silver. I didn't assume you thought at all in the first place. It's okay. And I'm now that you say your game was a cheese and you're silver, I'm not even confident it is. Because I'd love to see, I love what Silver Leaguers call cheese. It is always a creative interpretation of the generally accepted term. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm diamond? Wait, are you the diamond player? Wait, who's the silver then? Oh, okay. It's PvP. Every game is a cheese. Unless you cannon rushed, in which case, fuck you. It's Dr. Hacks who's silver. I'm sorry. I apologize. PvP expanding is suicide. Okay, we're gonna go gate first. Double gas. We're gonna leave that probe chilling, just in case we need it. Oh no. This is what I mean by high bronze, low plat. We're in plat. You were doing okay. You were going gate expand. But your high bronze brain was like, oh shit, he's got any buildings. I think I need a forge. I gotta... He just started a spawning pool. You couldn't not need a forge anymore. We're gonna call it the bronze brain. Alright, well, it's more like the silver brain, but bronze brain rolls off the tongue better. Like, now what? Now what? He has 2 bases. He just started the spawning pool. I don't know if you know this, but if the spawning pool is not yet done, you cannot make the Zerglings. You cannot make... Okay, you see these? Spawning pool has to be done. Not when it starts. It has to be done. Your probes are fine. No more forge, because you're panicking. I felt like we needed visual aids because he's giving me visual aids. Like, you walled off the front, because that's what it says in the guides. And then, you immediately forgot everything as soon as... You would be better off. I bet you gate expand if you forget to scout. I'm willing to bet that if you forget to probe scout, you gate expand like a normal fucking human being who is mildly competent. But because you scouted, the bronze brain comes in. It's like... Zerg is scary. I don't know. And now he's like... This is an economic opening from him. This is a macro build from the Zerg. And you've just gone ahead... Like, what is this? What is that gateway for? What is that gateway for? You look like me playing Satisfactory, except you actually have an opponent. It's like, why did you build a gateway? Do you need a gate? Can you use a gate? No, but I had the minerals. It's like, well, now you don't have any more, man. It literally... This is another one of those platinum games that I feel like, as you describe in the chat over there. Thank you, Overlorded namespace, by the way. Someone watched the first 2 minutes of the guide, like, oh, I got the gist of it, and then skips to like 8 minutes. And just didn't pay any attention past that. It's like, well, I'll eventually make it to Immortal Archon and win most of my games anyways, so... I went into this game planning a +1 aggressive opening, but messed it up. Well, you went in this game planning to play badly, I see. There's the warp gate. Are we gonna, like, why walled off? Looks like EU bronze. Well, let me help you out. There is a difference between EU and NA. Alright. Especially at the top GM level. Like, there are more pro players in Europe that are competitive than in North America. It's true. So, like, from rank 100 GM on, Europe is, I'd say, significantly more competitive than NA. But below that, there's also a big difference between, like, Plat, Diamond, and Master and all that. I'd say Europe, being about the same MMR on both servers, being Master 1 random, Europe definitely has more experience in being salty fucks who think they're better than NA. That is my experience. Way less GGs, more broken English. It's a lot of fun. But that is about the summary below that point. I'm glad we're spending time microing against an Overlord. Literally the slowest unit in the game. Even Queens off creep are faster, but we're making sure that Overlord don't get away. if you're like, well, I'm silver on EU, but I'm plat on NA. Do you trust yourself, anecdotally, or your friend, or the guy who's played 40,000 games, at least 5,000 of which are on Europe and at all levels? But you're probably right. What is this build? Why are you leaving one stalker? What is this? It's like, no. That guy, he guards the base. The beauty of this is you're going to hit at about the same time that if you had just done a gate expand into +1, you would hit. And you would have way more units if you did that. This is going to hit like 5 minutes, right? You're going to wait for a warp in and to get on supply block. You're going to hit at approximately the same timing. You could have just done a 2-base attack with more units. Like, you think he doesn't see you with his overlords chilling there? Like... Why is the Nexus the backup plan? It's like, well, I guess my build that he's seen all of for the last 2 minutes isn't doing great. So, or is it? Is it? Oh. What the fuck is this? This looks like direct strike. I don't... It's like, I guess I'll get a gas now because this early game didn't work out. It's like we got a bunch of random-ass stalkers and a bunch of random-ass roaches with neither player having any sort of real economy or tech. Okay, now what? That was a bad plan to start. It was not... Against... Even if he had scouted nothing, I'm not confident that would have worked at all. But since you literally walked past multiple overlords while sitting there, I was pretty confident he saw it coming. Like, it's a lot easier to keep up with your opponent if you don't shoot yourself in the foot multiple times. Pro tip. I don't know what happened to the second Nexus plan. Okay, and just stalkers are bad in general. And if I hear one more comment, or one more goddamn YouTube comment about, well, Winter said stalkers are bad, but then he built stalkers. Yes. Okay. Stalkers are like a lightsaber, okay? You put it in mildly capable hands, it can be very strong. But overall, it takes a lot of training and a lot of attention to use correctly. Why would you want a lightsaber when you could just have a brick? Like a big brick. Like one you could throw really hard. You are just as likely to cut your own leg off with that lightsaber as you are to cut his. Lightsabers cut through bricks, but he's probably gonna cut his leg before he cuts through the brick. Yes, I'd still want the lightsaber, and that's what every Platinum player thinks. It's like, well, I don't have many units, but if I just micro them well, it's like, why are you in this scenario in the first place? Remember when I said in that last game, if Protoss players just got Archons 1 minute earlier than they did, like, what are shield upgrades? Shield upgrades are for people who forgot you could build other units. Shield upgrades are more expensive than the other ones because they affect all units and buildings. And also shields come back, so... You're never, ever going to beat that up. What's the choice? Do we get Archons? I would actually accept Robobay here. You know what I won't accept? Building... I'm ready to turn this replay off. How long is it? 5 more minutes. If I get another round of stalkers before any other tech, I'm ready to turn this shit off. There's hope. There's hope. Like, imagine. Now you're even on workers. Imagine if you didn't delay your Nexus to do a shitty attack for no reason. Imagine where you'd be right now. How crazy would that be? Just don't throw away all your units and economy. And I know these were not the... Since we did kind of a charity version of if you're subscribed, you can send me replays, these were probably not as finely procured as the people who are like, Winter, I don't know how to beat Zerg when they have Broodlords, and then send it. Like, this is a game I would imagine would be sent in by your average Protoss, like, I don't know how to beat Broodlords, and then they send in this. But there were no comments like that. I'm just speaking preemptively for those people who are like, I can't deal with late game Zerg. Once again, if you spend 3 minutes jerking off your stalkers in an attack that's never going to do anything, you deserve to lose to Broodlords 10 minutes later. Like, just for you. You like, I don't know how to deal with Broodlords. You got yourself in the only play. Oh my god, Immortals are really good. Immortals are very good units. You got that right. You are correct on that count. Of course you still win. Fucking hell. The power of Protoss. No brain, no aim. NC Max main. Fuck everything up and then build enough Immortals. I mean, he did go Roach Hydra, and he did go Roach Hydra to try to attack up a ramp. Now here's the problem. These are thank you, Icy Me. Turn 360 degrees and walk away. These are the type of games you're gonna be like, yeah, that was a good opener for me. Let me maybe be the first to tell you, no, it wasn't. That was bad, really bad. If you had just taken a Nexus, you'd be diamond. Like, I am confident at this point to say, if instead of doing whatever the fuck you think you're doing at the first 5 minutes of the game, you just took a Nexus like Gate Expand, you'd be diamond. So that is why you get a B. Remember, the hope score is based on a medium amount of games. 5 per league. 5 for bronze, 10 silver, 15 gold, 20 for plat. It's how likely I think in 4 weeks, that's games per week, by the way, medium amount of games per week. How likely I think you're to move up a league. Once you get to Diamond, it's to move up each tier, because Diamond has such a huge MMR range. It'd be like Diamond 3 to Diamond 2, but this is plat to Diamond. I think in a month, you're pretty likely, if you play 20 games a week, to move up to Diamond. You're gonna lose some games because your build is dumb and people know how to make other units. But, once again, 0 Archons. We've got 1 dream, 1 hope. I don't think it's gonna happen, though. We got a PvP from Captain Canuck. This is Diamond now, speaking of. In Protoss versus Protoss. Let me just put it this way. Our Protoss hero we're loading in with has 81 APM for this game. Not to spoil anything more. 81 APM. His opponent has 338, which is also known as way too fucking much. This is a cheese. Yeah, you made it very clear this is a cheese. I get it. Alright, it's a cheese. Okay. It is PvP, so essentially everything is a cheese, and if everything is a cheese, almost nothing is, but I'll be the judge. Additional pylons. Alright. It's not a cannon rush. I feel like you're trying so hard to make it look like you're not cheesing that you're kind of screwing yourself. You make the second pylon after a cyber core. You're not going to be able to get a cyber core here. You forgot your second gate. Like, you don't need another pylon yet. For a normal Protoss build, the second pylon comes after the cyber core. Like, that's perfectly normal. Right now, it's like, look, I have a pylon. Now, since this is Diamond, I am not confident that either player knows what a standard Protoss build is. So, maybe it works. Is this just a 3-gate? That's like the cheddar of cheeses. It's boring, everybody knows it. Still cheese. Let's see. Ooh, mozzarella. Still relatively bland, but different. I'm not a cheese expert. Like, I'm quickly running out of flavors of cheese, by the way.
Glory to the Dame.
Okay. I'm gonna hardwall up. Not even gonna send the adept out. Oh my god. What? Is that a fleet beacon? Now, if you don't do a mothership, then I'm gonna be so disappointed. There we go. That Zealot wanted to be part of the team. I feel like you could have snuck in Warp Gate here. I feel like you're trying to go full Florencio, but I feel like Warp Gate could have worked its way in here. Excuse me? What the fuck? He really is scared. Why were the probes there? So, this is not for Angry Coach. I just want to see... We all are just here to see what happens here. This will definitely work against a player who freaks out. Are you just going to lose the mothership? Oh my god. Nope. You win. All right. I appreciate the commitment. That is always important. That guy was definitely trying too hard. What I mean was like full scouting everywhere, mass Phoenix. He neglected to think about, what if my opponent just attacks me? He had 338 APM. He's all over the place. So that'll happen sometimes. Well done. We had... Did we have that one more Protoss game? Well, let's slip in a TVP. We got Dr. Hex, who's a Silver Terran. So, let us see. Good fun, have luck. SCV ready. You forgot to grade him? Oh yeah, that's a good point. We gotta get a hope score for that last one. I'm gonna grade him. I've got a perfect grade. Alright. There you go. That's your grade. Back to the game. No. Wrong. I do have some mental issues that prevent me from remembering builders properly and multitasking. There's no such thing as multitasking. And that's called being Silver League. Apparently, you share those same mental issues with essentially every Terran player below the Gold League. He was blocking for the cannon rush. The beauty of this, there is a cannon rush, but it's in his own base. Next level plays. Gotta get that engineering bay. We'll never... There's an order.
Add-ons done.
Now I believe the mental issues. I do. Diva. I believe you now. I play with Korean voice? Fair. It's much better with Korean voice. I'll take it back. So you're gonna move a lot. You're gonna build a lot of Marines. You have avoided building a turret yet, so I'll give you credit for that. We'll just pause here, because I'm gonna spoil it for you guys. This game is 6 minutes long. Okay, we got the classic charged Stargate on the other side with a proxy pylon. Thank you, Oristem, for 15 months. Glad you're still enjoying it. I do like the commitment. It's like I'm building Marines with +1 instead. Okay, that's what you're doing. Moving on. Just ignore that. That's happening. Don't worry about it. Alright. There go the Zealots. Here come the Marines and Marauders. Protoss pylon. And Oracle's killing everything. Maybe a little late on those turrets. Like, the beauty of this is I'm still not sure who wins. Like, Okay, the Protoss left. But there was a chance that the Terran left after losing all those SCVs. There is a chance. I've seen Silver League games before. There's a whole lot of like, well, I guess I lost, without realizing I have 1,000 minerals and I just killed everything he owns. Alright, so you did your plan. The fact you got an orbital, built multiple wrecks, and hit something resembling a timing. Now, this particular timing is not going to get you that far, but I do maintain a lot of confidence you will be seeing golden soon. That's an A- from me. I think there's going to be a hard wall at gold, so that's a stipulation. It's going to really start to be a mess at gold, but you will get out of it. Essentially, knowing what the units do, and then building them will get you out of silver, for the most part. Alright. Remember to subscribe to... Well, was that all my replays? That was only like... I don't know how long that was. We spent a lot of time talking about Roddy Shoes. So... You guys sent me in... Not a single person. Well, this is what happens when people don't actually pay for them. If people pay for them, I'm getting like fucking 34-minute games. But you guys are like, here's a replay, and you'll give me actually good games that are 15 minutes long. As opposed to like, it was a dumpster fire for 15 minutes, and then somebody put out the dumpster fire, and then we both poured it in gasoline and restarted it. And that took 15 more minutes, which is most of them. You know what? But the summary is, since we were mostly focused on Protoss, 1, build Archon. Build Archon. Thank you, King Koopa. Especially below Diamond. You don't understand how good Archons are. You don't... And I don't mean, like, build 3 Archons and attack into a bunch of Liberators. But if you ever find yourself building Stalkers with over 500 guests, think to yourself, what I want you to do, like, if you find yourself building Stalkers and you have over 500 gas, I want you to think to yourself, I'm bad and I should feel bad. So go into your replays, check that out. and get to Diamond. Thank you, King Koopa. Oh, wait, there's 2 alerts. Okay. I think we'll give the Terran. We're gonna move this on to Terran. We'll call this a Protoss one, even including that last one. Why not? Subs again.